A woman with tied hands is desperately grabbing rust. The water flow is too fast. Fortunately, the survival instinct allows her to seize the life-saving straw again. But it's worse. There is an abyss under the woman. She has nowhere to go. How to do? She clenched her teeth. Burst out muscles all over the body. A kick. Finally successfully collapsed on a mahjong. So strong. But who knows, the woman is even more panicked at this time. Her life-saving straw was an aging wing that was about to be washed away. It won't last long at all. Only dangerous. The woman started to stand up cautiously. She must before the wing breaks. Leap to the other end. She can be tied with her hands. Can it really be done? Her name is Lara. A stowaway who was sold to the Elbin cotton field. It's here. Luo here. An old man's unstoppable cough. The locals ordered him to continue his duties. The old man just got up. They are obviously tall and big. Eyes widened. Dare not make any sound. Leaving only the panning sounds one after another. Praying not to be S. Lara was sold here for 4 years. Today she is ready. He must escape. So the companion picked up a shovel to attract attention. Lara flying across. Just to dodge the enemy's bullets. Leaning on a big rock. She blocked many enemy attacks. The companion cuts off the sling again. The rapidly spinning gears made people flee in panic. Lara seizes the opportunity. Madly rushing outside. But ran to a cliff. She stopped. This is the most embarrassing position in the world. The gunshots of the locals are getting closer. Lara has to make a choice. She quickly climbed up this dead tree. But unfortunately, didn't run a few steps. The locals who rushed here were just a few gunshots. Without landing. Fell off the cliff in an instant. Fortunately, the water is deep enough. The woman is not dead. Looking at the woman washed away by the current. The locals are very upset. This is the first person to escape. Soon Lara realized. The rapid current has drawn her into a more terrifying world. She held her breath. Slowly stand on the wing. At this moment, the tail of the wing shakes suddenly. It's going to be broken. The woman must be before the wing breaks. Appeared on the other end of the plane. Otherwise, 100 meters of cliff waterfall. Fall down. Only death. She started to run wild. Jump high. Success. Women have lingering fears. She gritted her teeth. Climb up forcefully. She found a loophole. Jump in. The woman is temporarily saved. Cut the tied twine. Suddenly, she felt the plane shake again. Isn't it? That's too late. She grabbed the flap. It just so happened that the plane was washed away by the current at this moment. It's worse. The woman was rushed to the splint by gravity in an instant. Too late to breathe. The steel block on the splint is broken. Adhesive. The second piece. The third piece. She looked up at the top tremblingly. It's a skydiving bag. Adjust posture. Slightly jumped up. Grab the skydiving bag. But the splint at this moment is already overwhelmed. Moment of life and death. She pulls the button. Finally saved. Lara wakes up and finds herself in a different world. Night. Vaguely saw a person. It's her father. Strange. Why did he see her? Avoid it like crazy. Original. This family is all grave robbers. Daughter in search of father. Was sold to FL Bin for 4 years. During the period she learned. Local people grow cotton land. Is to cover up 7. The real purpose is to dig the grave. Quickly, the locals are following. They coerced her to open the fruits of her father's years of research. 1,000-year-old tomb. Everything here is extremely weird. Dozens of spiders drilled out of a skull. People can't help but shiver. Suddenly, the steel knives rising from the ground competed to pierce a man. They came to the broken bridge. There are white bones underneath. Ladder down. They came to the mystery world. The floor under my feet is falling one by one. Before they fall into the abyss. Guess the answer. Lara tried some blocks. It's useless. Perhaps this blue card, which was abandoned from the beginning, might be useful. Green. It's really useful. They walked into a deeper world. Lying in the center is a giant golden coffin. Open the golden coffin. Lying in the coffin is a female body in a strange costume. Strange runes carved on the forehead. Suddenly, the corpse keeps volatilizing after being exposed to oxygen. The flesh-colored skin gradually disappeared. 5 replaced by is a gloomy bone. Local people lifted up. The moon suddenly turned over. Everyone retreated a few meters in fright. Draw a gun and face off. After the atmosphere freezes for a few minutes, they can see. This is just a blindfold. The soldier touched the corpse with his hand. Slap, but got some kind of poison. Constant blackening mutation. Spread from arm to whole body. He screamed weirdly. Gradually lose your mind. Indiscriminately fire everybody. He looks at the leader. This is his prey. The leader fired 3 shots in a row. He just struggled to fall down. The crazy leader is more aware. The corpse is extremely valuable. He pinched off the corpse's index finger. Lara and father looked at each other. Is an opportunity. He grabbed the machete and chopped off the soldier's pistol. Father picks up a gun and shoots. Hit the team leader's thigh. About to gain the upper hand. The soldier's body suddenly rises behind him. Actually mutated. He got up suddenly. Swing his father's pistol with one palm. Punch and kick. The other side's daughter is hiding in the dark. The movement still attracted the soldiers. He got into a small hole. Lara pulls the fault slab abruptly. She stepped on the organ. The huge iron spurs in front of you hit the sea. Dodge. Fly and fall down again. The huge body has become a natural disadvantage of soldiers. He was instantly stabbed by iron. Broke his breath. The father at this time has mutated. He commanded his daughter with the surviving human breath to stop the leader. Lara kicked off the ladder. Cut off the only way out. Fight life and death with the leader. She was beaten to the point where she could not fight back. He stepped on her arm. Stroke on Lara's throat with a bayonet. A moment of life and death. There was a loud explosion in the tomb. Is the father. In order to prevent mutation from harming people. Take care of yourself. Daughter seizes the gap. Kick the leader. Shut the broken finger of the cuff into the leader's throat. He will also mutate. Take this opportunity. Lara kicked him into the abyss. And the resonance caused by the explosion is about to cause a collapse. Never go. I'm going to sleep with the ancient tomb. Lara picked up the bayonet. Fen Ka jump. No force on bayonet. Drop down step by step. Miracles often erupt in despair. Lara with bayonet and left hand. Step by step forward. After climbing the slope. Rushed like a fatal man. Last minute. She grabs the rope. Successfully survived the mortal game. The story ends here. This is a movie, Tomb Raider, modified from the game. It can be said, restore the game model to a large extent. It's just that Lara has the protagonist boss added throughout. And we as players. It's a miracle to be alive.